everybody. Welcome back to another ASMR gameplay video. Today we're gonna play around in some Sonic Forces speed battle. We're gonna try to pull out some wins. We're gonna play with a bunch of different characters. As you can see, the screen is vertical, so this is going to be a phone game. This was really fun last time. It turned out pretty well, so let's see if we can get some more wins. But before we get into it, I hope you all get plenty of tingles from all of the Stylus sounds, because there's not going to be any controller sounds, so the Stylus sounds and the whispers. And without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, so, as you can see, I've got Eggman selected. I believe right now there is still the Samurai Infinite event going on, so he might show up as a challenger. Let's go try to take him on. We'll hop in as Eggman. I actually have, a particular challenge to, play with Eggman 20 times. I've only played with him 10, to get some, rewards and rings and stuff, so might as well hop in with Eggman for a little bit. I'm not bad as Eggman for what it's worth, and he has some really good, he has a fantastic, attack, where he calls in a bunch of those, I'm forgetting what they're called, but they are from Sky Chase in Sonic 2. These little things right there, these little planes, to just basically just attack any enemy. It locks onto them and it attacks them. And it's crazy useful because it's a homing attack versus how most of the other attacks from other players tend to be just straightforward attacks that go in front of you. This one, homing attacks onto your enemies. So it's actually really useful. We are behind. Hold up. Alright, hi Sonic, what's up? Sonic, my enemy, get out of my way. I'll launch those little moto bugs just for the sake of it. Oh no, there it is. Attack him, take him out. Oh good lord, I'm not feeling optimistic about this particular run. I'm not feeling great about it. Maximum overdrive. Okay. That wasn't bad. We got plus two. We came in behind Infinite, but that's okay. And Sonic did outrun us, as per the usual, to be honest. It's Sonic. I don't want to see any American Girl doll ads. Thank you very much. Finish 2 battles with 50 or more rings to get some Cursed Samurai Infinite cards. Also, I should just note, I love the design for Infinite. His original design is awesome, but I really like this Samurai Infinite armor outfit. There's a Halloween one going on too. Knuckles and Rouge. And I'm not really gonna spend any red coins to go and get that. I wonder though, who should we go in as? Eggman kind of fared well. We could do one more. Let's go one more with Eggman, and then we can try somebody else, and maybe we might have better luck. Of course, some phone tapping. I really love phone tapping as a sound trigger, but I can never really do it all that much because it's, controller tapping mainly. So I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I could do it now. Alright, let's go. We are in some city, the one from Sonic 3. See, I want to say it's Japan. It technically is Japan, mind you. I just don't know what the city was called, because I think they made up an actual city or something. They just made up a name for the movie, which is fine, They don't have to use the actual place names. Sonic games tend to make up actually got the most points though, +8. I'm gonna take that. But you know, I really don't like those attacks from Infinite. Those suck. Because it just slows you down, and they steal a item slot, so you have to use an item that they will steal, so you can't even actually get the effects of it. Just to free it up, speed you back up, and then you can open up that slot again to actually use the stuff. It really sucks. It's a really good move if you're the one who's doing it, but it sucks to get hit with it, and given that it's Halloween themed right now, and there've been a lot of Mephiles events in this game in the last few months, it's everywhere. We did unlock the Samurai Infinite chest though, 15 more cards. I think this is the last day of the Infinite event that I'm recording this on. And we're actually nearing the end of the season because the month is almost over. I'm recording this a bit in advance, so it's like the end of October right now. So we've got 5,900 points. If I can grab some more, maybe even hit 6,000 before the end of the month is over, we can bank them. I am absolutely down with that. Because the points normally get banked at the end of the season. Wait, we'll be going with Eggman again. That was just a habit. That's fine. Yeah, the points normally get banked at the end of the season, and they get stored, you know, and you get a reward chest depending on how high your point value was before the end of the season. So the more points I can get, I'm cool with better rewards. Alright, okay, come on, Tikal. That's... Oh no. Okay, alright. Hello, Infinite Shadow, and we got Tikal. Okay, God, Tikal needs to chill out. Jesus Christ. Yo, chill. Okay. Because one of her attacks is like this yo-yo, basically, where it blasts forward and then it flies right back towards her, and if you are behind her, you're going to get hit with it. It's a really good attack. I've used it a good bit of times when I've played as her, but you gotta be aware about it if you're playing the actual game and you're up against her. Yes, I can finally use my attack, my homing missiles. Oof, that's fine, that's fine. Activate this. I believe Infinite is still behind us. Oh, I'm second. That's not bad at all. I also love how Eggman is just grinding on those rails in his Eggmobile. Like, that's the best he could do. Where we came in second. How Infinite was like right on our tail. Also, I swear to God, Shadow was ahead earlier. Hey, I'm gonna take the W's. I'm gonna take them W's right there. Ooh, 20. I'm not gonna waste time looking at ads to get characters. It is a really useful way to get more characters. I usually tend to do that, especially if it's a character that I like to play with, like a Vector or something. But usually I'll watch the video just for the sake of it. Sometimes I won't. Okay, let's go in with our boy Vector. I do usually main Vector, which is a really weird thing to say, but I usually play with Vector most of the time. Hopefully we can pull out some kind of W's. I really love his little bubble ability he has. That's his mine, his quote-unquote mine ability, the one all the way to the right, the one that stops enemies, and it's just meant to be annoying. That's really all it is. It won't take away your here it is, boop. It's I think it's just bubble bonuses are hazards. All of the speed boosts are hazards. And it's not just an illusion. You will actually take damage from it if you hit any of them. So you have to actively avoid them, and it really does suck. By Metal Sonic, yeah. What was Metal Sonic's upgraded name again? In Heroes, I'm forgetting what he's actually called. It's not Mega Sonic. Mega Sonic is from Sonic 3. What was it? Ultimate? No, it's not Ultimate Metal Sonic. What was it? Actually, what was his name? I'm gonna go check in a second because, like, I don't know why I'm blanking on it. That form that he has, that he takes on, you know, at the end of Heroes. Well, throughout Heroes, at least. I think I have him unlocked. Yeah, what's his name? Neo Metal Sonic. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's Neo Metal Sonic. And I do love that. I really like that design. That's a cool design for Metal Sonic. I gave him a whole entire robe, and I think he can speak in that form too, which is really cool. I actually finally managed to unlock him some time ago. I don't play with him all that much. I don't know how everybody does because he's not bad, but he's not like amazing. At least from my experience. We can give him a shot. Honestly, why not? See if this turns out well. That attack is his main attack, the electro bolt that flies from his hand. It's pretty annoying and it's a continuous beam, but I don't know, I always never really tend to nail him. I never really tend to be as lethal / annoying with it compared to how most of the folks tend to use it. Because that thing reaches far. I've been attacked by it so many times now, playing as other characters, and that beam reaches far. And then he has that mine. Oh, come on. Who was that? Nope, not doing that again. I remember that character from the last video. Alright, hiya. Sap, seeing, like, that guy dodged, but he was jumping like a madman. Which is fair, that's exactly what I do. Did I really just miss that ability? Okay. Ha. Mines. Nope. Activate this. Ha. Oh, I think I hit somebody. I think I hit. Oh my god. Infinite. Alright. Is it Infinite who can also flip your controls? I think it is. If you get hit by Infinites. Oh, come on. Who was that did that? It had to be Infinite, yeah. I think it's just boost. When he boosts and he hits you with this boost, sometimes your boosts can damage enemies. I don't even care about this. Also, by the way, I've seen this out a few times. This is straight up just like, it's insane how they got away with just basically making like a ripoff of, what do you call it? Hello, where's the button? The Spider-Man games on PS5. Like, some of this straight up looks like, literally, what is it? Like Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is insane. I think I don't know how, I think I downloaded it once to see how it was, and it's kind of crazy because it is quite similar, but it's also kind of dumb, and it doesn't play all that great. It's a weird game. Not a horrible game, but it's really weird, and I don't know how they got away with doing that. I don't know, it was named something really dumb too, to avoid the copyright, but I don't remember. Y'all probably saw it earlier. It's crazy. Anywho though, moving past that, let's see, we've got 5950. What are the chances we could actually hit 6,000? I don't know, but like, if we do really well, we could pull up to about 6,000, because you could get like a good 15, 20-ish points sometimes. Let's go with Movie Sonic. Movie Sonic, I actually use a good bit. He's really good, he's really fun. And his dash ring is crazy, useful. when I saw that. That teaser. Also, we lost horribly here, by the way, surprisingly. Oh wow, we are hitting 6,000. We are not hitting 6,000. Well, let's try to get some wins either way. But Amy and Metal Sonic, Amy and Metal Sonic, and Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Let's go. Oh my god. I don't know where to even start. Let's keep Movie Sonic going. What is it? Metal's design is amazing. Like, I think they literally just copy-pasted his design from the games, and honestly, it works legitimately really well in live action, so don't have to mess with perfection. And what was it? And Amy's design looks insanely good. Like, I don't know if that's exactly what I thought it would look like, but it's amazing. Like, they did a fantastic job. My boy Tyson Hess, oh my god, that man knows what he's doing when he's designing those character designs. Fantastic. And she had her Pico hammer, and it looks like it might be taking a lot of cues from Sonic CD, which is amazing. Time stones, very possible. Like, oh man. I have this really crazy theory that I'll probably mention in a minute or two. Hold up, I'm very close to winning this. Boom, yes. Now, there we go. We just won back those points we lost. Like I said, you could get like 20-ish points from races if you come in like in first place and you do really nicely. But no, so here's my crazy theory. Sonic 4 is probably gonna, include something with the time stones. I feel, at least it feels that way. They might even do some interesting retcons and make Amy from Little Planet or something, which would be really cool, and that's how the planet is on the thread. Or maybe not, I have no clue. It definitely seemed like she came in from nowhere. Like a wanderer / traveler, so maybe a time displaced traveler, who knows. But my crazy theory is by the end of that movie, after they finish dealing with all the time craziness, the end credit scene ends up playing out where maybe through some crazy time manipulation, they find that ends up being their back end into bringing in Silver and Blaze, because it makes too much sense in my head to use the time stones, and maybe they messed with time so much that by the time they came back everything's normal, but there's like time wormholes, or like there's still weird time glitches or something, and a time portal opens up and Silver and Blaze find themselves somehow stuck in, I guess, that particular present day with the other characters. I mean, it's an idea. It could definitely work. They also don't have to touch anything from 06, because that'll make things infinitely easier, for a lot of reasons. But that way they get to have Silver, they get to have Blaze. You could easily give whatever explanation you want for them. I would love if they, mention stuff about like Blaze and her being the princess of her own dimension and the soul emeralds and stuff like that, and Silver is kind of just there. Or we get more emphasis with Silver as well. I don't know. But man, there's a lot of really fun stuff there, and obviously, Shadow is very much still alive, because Shadow never dies. Shadow literally can't. Well, he can die, but I mean technically. But also, yeah, he's not going anywhere. So hey, Metal, chill. Okay, did we get anything? Oh, we lost 4. Alright, that's alright. That's okay. But I mean, Shadow's always gonna be there. So there's a lot of fun stuff they could do, and they could easily at that point do the 3 of them going super. I mean, if they get Silver in a movie, they're gonna throw Shadow in there somehow. They're gonna find a way to write in Shadow so all 3 of them can go super. I know that is absolutely their goal. Like the second you saw Shadow show up, you knew they were gonna find some way somehow to make crazy being just exists in space. You don't need too much more explanation, to be honest. It's a Sonic game. You don't need insane amounts of depth all the time, so I'm cool with that. But I mean, if they want to go and be like, oh, the crazy time manipulation from the time stones is the reason why the time meter exists, and that's the big bad. That way you don't have to bring in, anything with like, classic Sonic or anything to make things confusing. You just keep regular Sonic, you bring in Shadow, you bring in Silver, bang. That's actually, that's, honestly, I'm really loving that idea. Hold on, we have a chance to, nope, just don't pass me, whoever was behind me. 8, oof. Okay, well, how much points we actually have? 59.44. We're floating around that general area. We were at 59.50 when I asked if we could get to 6,000. I don't know if we're hitting 6,000, but you can kind of see why it takes time to build up your rank. You'll have some good wins, and then you might have some solid losses, and it'll bring you up, and then it'll drop you right back down to generally where you were. You might have made a few points progress, so you will get better eventually, maybe. But it's a slow process. It's a slow process. 13 out of 20 with Eggman. I was just curious. We could go back in with Eggman, or we could do something else. Let's do. Who should we tackle? I wonder. Let's go regular Sonic again. Let's go modern Sonic one more time. See if we can pull out a W here. No, but that's a really fun idea. I don't know, I just thought of that. I really like that idea for Sonic 5, I guess, not 4. I imagine they're gonna just go as far as they reasonably can with Sonic, and given that it's Sonic, they can literally make a million stories. I have no idea what'll happen to me if they ever actually do a Sonic Colors inspired movie. I swear to God, if they do something like that, I'll lose my actual mind. I don't think they ever might, but I mean, it would be amazing if they did. It would be insane if they did. Mind you, the story in Colors is naturally pretty light, and there's not a whole bunch of stuff to run with, so they're gonna have to combo up with something else or make extra story up for it. But I mean, I don't really care. I just really want to see that stuff. That would be amazing. Oh no, we're also taking a massive L here, by the way. Let's see if we can maybe pull ourselves out of this. Depending on how well things go. Oh, that guy's going super in the corner there. Oh god. Come on, Silver, I dodged it. I dodged whatever that was. Boost. Okay, well, let's see if we can come in third. Oh, no, what was that? Nah. What was that right there? What was that? Silver hit me at the last possible second. I don't care about the ads. But that was kind of unfair, I feel. That was a lucky shot there, Silver. Silver, infinite. I don't know why I was saying Silver. I'm thinking about Silver in my head from that whole theory. Lucky shot, infinite, lucky shot. Okay, let's go about 2 more rounds, and I think we'll call it a quits. Let's go one with. Oh, we haven't done Shadow in a bit. Let's do Shadow. Shadow or movie Shadow. We talked about movie Shadow a bit just now, so let's do movie Shadow. Also, by the way, that Super Sonic versus Super Shadow boss fight in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was amazing, by the way. Like, it was insane. Oh, come on. Infinite. Alright, there. Infinite. Mephiles. Oh, come on, bro. Chill. Alright, let me get far away from that man. Yeah, but the fight, the actual, the final fight, the close to final fight, basically, was amazing. Bro, Sonic punching Shadow into the moon and knocking Shadow's super out of him was one of the hardest things I think I've seen in years. That was amazing. I actually lost my Shadow and Sonic just like squaring up and just knocking Shadow directly into the moon in one shot, and then just blast and knocking the super out of Shadow right there, and then just flying up to the moon in like 1 second, because it's Sonic, of course it is. It's Super Sonic, of course he can do that. My god, that was amazing, amazing, amazing. Anyways though, we got a W there, by the way. Ooh, we unlocked we finished a mission. Let's do one more with Movie Shadow, and then I think we'll call it a quits. Hopefully we can end on a solid note. Hopefully. If not, we'll do one more. But hopefully we can end on a solid note. But no, that was an amazing fight. And of course the final fight against Eggman and all that kind of stuff, and the two of them just destroying the gun robots. It was amazing, obviously. But yeah, let's go. That whole movie was fantastic. All three of them are just fantastic movies. Insanely hyped for the fourth one, which I think is still a good year and a half away. There we go. No, don't hit me. Oh, come on. That thing lasts way too long. Like, bro, chill. Infinite. I swear to God. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Shadow has chaos control. Which actually makes him infinite. I'm gonna beat the life out of Infinite with Shadow. I swear to God. Come on. Chaos control. Just spam chaos control. Go. Yes. Okay. He still won. He got 20, which was pretty good for him. But we got 10. And honestly, I'm gonna take that as a W. But yeah, I think the fourth one is coming. It's about a year and a half away from now. It's April 2027, I think. That year's also gonna be insane because I think that's when the new Sonic game is coming out, like the next mainline Sonic game. That's gonna be a crazy year. But this was a pretty crazy video. We did manage to pull out some solid W's, more W's than L's. I think. I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure we had more W's than L's. 59 and 55. That's not bad. We didn't start the video at 59.50. We started a bit lower, and then about halfway through, I said, "Can we get to 6,000?" We didn't. We basically stayed around here, but we made some progress. It was 59.50. Now it's 59.55. So small wins are always important. Take them. I will gladly take them. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you all got plenty of tingles from all of the phone tapping, stylus touching, stylus tapping. That sounds way better. And